share the link at least one place.
Right? Yeah, we probably should share the link. That's a good call.
How do you do that?
I'm not sure which one you set up and which one I did.
I've got it on the old Uplifters, Cryptowriter, YouTube, Cryptowriter, Twitch. It's everywhere.
Okay. Well, no, I mean, like, I need to get the link without listening to myself speak, because that's like my thing.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'll find it here in a minute. So yeah, how are you? It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. You're back safe and sound from your vacation. How was that? It was good for you. Good for the kids. The missus had a bit of a trouble early on. Did it pan out? I read in the Finney telegram that it was the worst kind of nightmare first day from hell.
The first, like, we got a lot done. So when I go on vacation, I like to be on vacation, just relax and chill.
Right.
Whereas my wife wants to go like every day, have something planned, because she wants to get her money's worth. So the first day of travel was maybe the worst day of travel I've ever been a part of. Basically, we get to the airport on time. A little chaotic at the airport. American Airlines, a flight to Dallas, and then we're layover for like an hour, and then it's supposed to be Dallas to Boise. But that flight to Dallas got pushed back an hour. We're waiting at the gate. We're about ready to board, and the time changes. Push it back an hour. So then you're sitting there, okay, an hour, no biggie. That hour, like half an hour before it's time to board again, push it back another hour. So then you're like, shit, are we going to miss our connecting flight? You start thinking about that. Yeah, probably. Well, there's another flight out of Dallas a little later that afternoon. So you start getting the text messages from American as they start shuffling things around. So then we're like, okay, whatever, we'll make that next flight. But then the flight gets pushed back an hour again, right? We got 5-year-old, 7-year-old, Brooke and Ford. So they were really good. But then we start saying, okay, well, is this flight ever going to get off the ground? And they had some mechanical issue. They didn't know if they were going to swap out the planes or fix it there. It's like a 777, one of the wide bodies. So we're like, so Jen starts getting on the phone, starts calling American. Of course, nobody knows anything. They don't know. So whatever, we decide that there's a flight going to LA. And if we fly out to LA, then we can get on this flight, right after we get off and fly to Boise. So we're like, okay, let's just do it. So we book that. They've got us triple booked on everything. And then news comes out that the flight that had kept getting pushed back was coming out of service. Okay. And it was going to be ready so that the flight to LA is at 3:45. The flight to Dallas that was delayed is getting out of service at 4. Okay. So then we're like, wait up. Do we just wait and get the flight to Dallas and we can still make the flight to Boise from Dallas? Or do we fly all the way out to LA? So we're on the fence and, we're standing in line, which isn't moving to talk to the agent. And then they push it back again. So then instead of coming out of service at 4, it's coming out of service at 4:30. And we're like, fuck, let's just fly to LA. So we get on that plane, and then we're sitting there. That gets delayed a half hour, which causes us to miss our connecting flight in LA to get to Boise, because it's right when we land, and that's on a different airline. We have to go run out and switch terminals. And we'd never make it. So then they had double booked us though on a later flight, like Alaska Airlines to Boise, which is like an American Airlines partner. But when we were before we get on the LA flight, because we were double booked, they couldn't put us in the system and like give us our boarding passes. So we had to choose the Alaska Airways flight or the Delta. And then we chose the Delta because we didn't realize we were going to sit in the plane and miss the connection. And so they gave us those tickets. So then when we finally got to LA late, we ran to the Alaska Airlines flight, not knowing if we were even like in the system for that. And luckily enough, we were. But then the problem is you get to Boise, you don't have your bags. It's like 11 Boise time, which is like 1 in the morning Eastern time. And on top of it, we used Toro, which it's like Airbnb for cars because the car rental's like crazy. So you couldn't just go like we were like, oh God, are we going to get there? You couldn't just go to a car rental place because we were using like an Airbnb for cars. But luckily enough, the guy we were renting the car from, this badass Jeep, he's like a night owl. And he met us at the airport with the car and was just like, here, take it. So that was nice. But then, of course, somehow our bags had reached Boise before us. But because there were no more American flights coming in, the American like bag service thing was closed. So our bags happened to beat us there somehow. I think they just pushed them ahead, but we couldn't get them because there was no one from American there. So like no tooth. Yeah, I'm like obsessive.
Yeah, you like brushing your teeth, don't you?
And teeth brushing, and that was like that's what I was thinking of when I'm like on the flight to LA, like hour 4, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm not gonna have my toothbrush. Like, how are we gonna do this? But we made it. Once we got there, hold on one second. Let me close my door.
I like it. I mean, we've only been here for like, I don't know, 7 minutes, and already we're at the edge of obscurity. I mean, maybe travel shows were our calling.
Yeah. Once we got there and like slept, woke up the next morning, drove back to the airport, got our bags. Then my wife's like, okay, like, what do we have planned tomorrow, the next day? And we just went. So, but we saw some, like the kids got to see some cool stuff. Like they had never really hiked before. Like you don't hike in Miami. The kids have been skiing, but they'd never like gone on a hike and seen waterfalls. And like, so we got that in, except the temperature was like 104 degrees and smoke from the Oregon fires for like the first half. And then finally the last couple days it got really nice and the sky turned blue. Ate good food, drank good beer, got our outdoor activities, our day trips in. But then the second half of the week, then the focus shifts to Finney Volume 1 pack drop, right? Because there's like a final, even though we've been planning this thing for like, this is months in the making, it seems like everything is happening like the last few days before. So then I'm getting caught up, I'm getting sucked back into that, and trying to balance, I think I did a pretty good job. My wife might think otherwise.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's weird being on, like, I'm not really on vacation, but I'm kind of on vacation. I'm in the same boat, right? But it's interesting traveling with kids if you've never done it before, especially like you said, to new places where your kids have never seen, right? Like I mean, my daughter doesn't go swimming in the ocean like where we live very often, right? Like, but like here, she goes out there like every day. And obviously with me only now, because after my wife dropped her in the ocean, the first day I was like, no, that's not happening anymore. She's like, I didn't know. I'm like, come on. But yeah, it's fun. And like you said, balancing that that stuff is tough too, right? So this is going to be a short Obscurity. I promise today. Actually, I don't have a I don't have a choice because I'm traveling around this island because I'm thinking about relocating here for a bit. And I keep ending up in places that say that they have internet. They don't. So I'm having to port from my phone, which makes like things that I have to do really difficult as well. So if you haven't checked it out, go check out YoshiDrops. We were going to have a interview with Leia, who's super cool. Last night, but her internet was worse than mine, which I find hilarious because she's in the US. But yeah, it's super fun. It went live about, I don't know, 20, 30, 35 minutes ago, which is pretty cool. You can pick those up. And then, of course, Crypto Finney goes live tomorrow for me, but today for you guys in about, I guess, 6.5 hours.
Seven and a half hours, I think. Something
7.5 hours.
Yeah, not tomorrow. Not tomorrow, people.
So tomorrow, only tomorrow for me in Australia.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about there's been some good drops this week, to be honest. Only two, but they both
you get?
Awesome.
Yeah. No, I'm excited too. It's like I said, it's a long time in the making. But here we are. It's
Edward,
day.
if he can't answer this, I'm done. I'm off the stream. Did you eat Idaho potatoes?
No. Like I said, the beer was good. Drank a good amount, some good Idaho beer, so that was nice. Smoke that. I mean, I said smoke. I got to breathe. I got to breathe.
No wonder you missed your plane.
Boise, Oregon forest fire air for 3 days. Probably have lung cancer from that. It was pretty thick. But yeah, no, people in Boise are super nice. It's funny because, there's right by our house, there's this like beautiful park with this like big hill that people just like hike up and like mountain bike down, whatever. There's people like playing volleyball and there's like good playground. Everyone's just like chilling, having a nice time. And then you land back in Miami and you're walking off the plane and you get a whiff of that like humid air and just like people in Miami, they're just like all in their own world. You got people from everywhere and it's just kind of, it's just different, it's people up in your space, like people shoving people in the airport, that type of thing.
Right.
So it's crazy to me whenever I travel, even like when I go to DC or places like that. They're out in California. It's just a different, Miami is a different, basically South American country. But it's just nice being around nice people, not that there aren't nice people in Miami, but just a good change of pace. I heard I was tuned in before to your NFT game day and you're traveling for a month.
Yeah, so with a little more than a month, a little less than a month and a half, we decided to just pick up and get out of Osaka. I'm at the point now where I'm mostly working online anyway. So I just decided with the missus that we were thinking about, maybe going to Canada or to the States or maybe even back to Australia. And
I don't know if you want to go to Canada. Go hang out with Burst and Pooner and all those guys.
Yeah, right.
In Canada.
I think it's hilarious that like the one roundtable that we did was like, blockchain Canadians. We haven't done a blockchain Miami yet. It's coming, but I'm just saying the Canadian ones were first. The Aussies on the block will be next. But yeah, I'm thinking about it. I like Victoria. I like small islands a lot. Vancouver Island's cool. I wouldn't mind going to the west coast of Australia and spending some time there. I'd really like to go to New Zealand, but they don't let people in. especially people like me. So like, I lived in New Zealand for a while before, but I want to kind of go somewhere that I can put down roots for a longer period of time. But we got some things that are happening in the beginning of the year for us, some personal things that we've just decided to hold off leaving Japan for a little bit because it's going to be easier if we don't. You know about it, and some of our viewers know about it. But yeah, our family is probably going to get a little bit bigger at the beginning of the year, and so
probably.
Well, I mean, it's going to, but I don't like to count my eggs before they hatch. Let's put it that way.
I gotcha.
Right.
It's going to, Jimmy. Come on.
Yeah.
That swinging Jimmy super sperm never fails.
Right. So
you know how many, does the audience know how many kids you have out there, or might possibly have out there? How many little swinging Jimmies are running around mixing it up in the schoolyard?
Well, there's only one sure thing, really. Like I don't even know, right? So yeah, this is well, why do you think I'm on the run? I mean, it's like this is why I keep moving from island to island to island, right? So
let me post the form
about how many kids Jimmy has out there in the world. Oh, I love it. Yeah, so we're thinking about moving to Okinawa. I kind of like it. It's chilled. I used to live in Hawaii. It reminds me a lot of that place, except you can't rent a freaking paddleboard here, which sucks. So I'm gonna have to buy one. But yeah, it's an easy move for us, and we can chill.
What would a Miami round table look like if we threw one here? I mean, my guess is we do it out of a strip club.
There's a lot of people, right? There's a lot of people in Miami. There's you, there's Corey, there's Bozak, there's I think Love is the Answer's down there. There's a couple of the guys who are in the Uplift. I think Yuagi, who's like a rapper and a musician, and
I think a lunch happy hour out of a strip club. You know, and strip clubs in Miami, they play really good music.
Morton, I have no idea, but what that means. But maybe Balls on Thighs would be a good name for a Miami strip club, or maybe it would be a good name for a Miami roundtable. I'm not sure what you.
I mean, we could catch the, we could eat catch a lunch happy hour, maybe eat a sirloin. While doing the podcast. Oh, on the plane, I watched this documentary. This David Arquette. I think it's You Can't Kill David Arquette or something like that. It's this wrestling documentary, and it's awesome. I highly recommend it. Look up David Arquette wrestling documentary. Probably won an award or two. It's crazy. I don't know if you've ever seen the clip of him wrestling, and he's doing this like death match, and they're smashing like those whatchamacallit lights over him, those tube lights.
The fluorescent.
Yeah. And one of them, this guy's like wrestling.
Really bad for your health.
Yeah, and one of them catches his like jugular during the middle of the match, and you see the blood, and he goes like this, and he goes out of the ring, and he like holds his hand there, and you're like, oh shit. And then he goes back in the ring and like gets tapped out, and then he goes to the hospital, obviously, but it was pretty hardcore.
Man, that's messed up.
Yeah, it was. I was watching. Oh, and then I didn't realize this. So on American Airlines, like you can like log in, watch all their streaming options, whatever HBO shows or stuff. But I didn't realize that they stopped cutting out like the pornographic scenes.
Oh really? So you're fine.
Yeah, and I was watching this one, I think HBO show called Industry, right? And I got the thing up on the whatever, okay, and I could handle the well, I mean, I could handle it all, but a little titty whatever. That's one thing, right? But then there was some like full frontal dick things on HBO. and I had it there,
As
and
they
that
do.
was,
As they do.
and I was just like, and I know there are like kids sitting behind you and stuff, and I'm like, what do you do? Because earlier in the flight, so I had my family, they had their own row here, and I was across the aisle, and I was sitting next to two other people, and I remember the girl next to me at one point, I looked up, and some scene came on, some pornographic scene, and she quickly like flipped it off or like fast forwarded. But then I'm watching mine and they're coming up, and I'm thinking to myself, like, this is HBO. They don't show it for that long, right? But like a 30-second or like a 20-second full frontal dick scene is a little bit too long, you know, from the comfort of your 29th row American Airlines aisle seat. So yeah, that was new for me, because I thought usually they edit that stuff out, but not anymore.
Oh man! Next time I fly American Airlines, which will be never, I'm just gonna flip through the channels until I find those scenes repeatedly and play them so that people can take pictures of people watching me play them, because I think that would be hilarious. Sorry, I get kicks out of weird shit. Are you going to post the forum? I'm about 50% down my internet.
Only swinging jimmies. Only swinging jimmies.
I like it. Hey, have you seen our? I
didn't post the forum.
No, you might have.
Let me see what I did. There's only 19 responses, 25 people here. I'll post it again.
Okay.
This was a last minute sort of pop-up edge.
I know, but we've got good numbers.
Yeah, people tune in to listen to us. It's surprising. Or maybe it's just because they know I'm the Finney coin sugar daddy.
I don't think that's it, man. I think
that's part of it. Please,
that's part of it,
Jimmy. Please,
that is part of it. But
that's a big. They come for the Finney coins, but they stay for our conversation.
I mean, I think people miss us. It's been a couple weeks, to be honest. And like there were some people that we have love-hate relationships with us that were giving us a hard time. It's just like, God damn it, you ruined my Friday night. Charlie Q in particular.
Yeah, I did one. I got to do one stream. I went on the Burst show, and that was fun. It was driving me nuts though, because I like having the microphone, so you can hear yourself talk, and I didn't have my microphone with me. I had great internet though, so I was kind of doing the one ear thing,
Right.
my old school, and that's annoying. I don't know. It was just annoying. I like having the microphone, but I think the show went pretty well. We have fun.
Yeah, it's been weird for me because I didn't use a microphone for the longest time, and now I didn't bring it obviously because I bought a little one from YouTube, but it doesn't freaking work, or I don't know. It was lame. It was a bad $20 investment, or I just haven't had time to figure it out. But yeah. Hey man, I want to show you something. Have you seen the new YoshiDrops promo thing by? It's fun, man. I think you'd like it. I'm just in love with it. Have you seen the new YoshiDrops promo thing by Leia? Her infomercial.
Show it.
Yeah, I think it's super hilarious and it cracks me up every time. I mean, she's just got so much attitude, and in all the best ways, in my opinion. So we'll do that, and then we'll. It's so good.
Have you by chance seen? Well, I'll let you show this first.
Hello, my name is Leia, and I'm an artist. And I'm here to tell you about my new collection of NFTs dropping this Friday, August 20th, 2021. I know the first thing you're probably thinking is, what the f is an NFT, Leia? And I'm so glad that you asked. NFT stands for non-fungible token. Look it up. NFTs make it possible to buy and sell digital art using cryptocurrency. Or you could just buy it and hold on to it because you're a super swaggy art collector person. There's so many cool things you can do with NFTs. Look it up. And it's super easy to get started. Just go to YoshiDrops.com, create a free account, and start shopping. And if anything that you buy goes up in value, like any of the lovely items in my bidder collection, you can resell that shit for as much as you want. Seriously, look it up. Consider it the gift that keeps on giving.
I love it.
That was almost, I mean, that was awesome, but it sounded like there was a little echo in the background there.
There might have been. I mean, I'm not.
You need to get that mastered. You need to get that like it was so professional.
Yeah.
But there's just a tiny bit, like it sounded like, you know.
No, I'm sure it was my playing of it, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I'm on my laptop.
Wait, so is there a link for that?
Yeah, it was posted on Twitter. You guys can watch it back.
You know what? You know what's funny? Every time you talk, like anytime you ever do anything about NFTs, you have to explain what NFT is first. Like any article ever written on an NFT starts off like NFT is a, you know, blah, 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 blah. Right. Do you think we'll ever reach a point where that won't be necessary?
So I was having a conversation with somebody today, which was really funny because, like, I know they're a really big collector, and like they blew my mind. They're just like, actually, I've never used an exchange. I'm like, how have you never used an exchange? He's just like, I know a guy, and it's like it's like that's kind of where we need to get to be, right? Like I think that's like really awesome that you've never used an exchange. I mean, I don't know, like I think it's a good question, right? Like I hope that we get to the day where people don't give a shit that Finney's an NFT, right? Like I mean, not in the bad way, but in the good way, right? Like if people are collecting these, like knowing that it's something cool, that it's something that's, you know, pushing boundaries that they're enjoying doing, which they already are, like the people in the space are already doing this, right? Like same with music, same with gaming, like items in games and stuff. So I don't know. I think right now, is there a point to explain it? I guess there is, but like you said, you explain what an NFT is, and then you have to explain what a fungible token is. Most people don't know what a freaking fungible token is anyway, right? Like, so.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. NFT, a non-fungible token.
It's the opposite of a fungible token.
Nobody knows. I want to show a couple.
Yeah, go for it.
I want to show a couple images. Just some stuff. So we have. Let me open them.
Yeah, Kenny sent our promos over today as well. So I think next Monday we're gonna do something on our show, maybe some marble races or something like that.
Yeah, I've been meaning to
give some promos out to
yeah, well, it's great that you guys are promoting it after the drop.
What are you talking about? We've been promoting this for a week, man. We put it outside Uplifter's Tower. That's like prime.
No, that's awesome. I know, but the giveaway, right?
No. We've had the giveaway up on Twitter for like 5 days now.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, great.
So we've been pushing it out.
Well done, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm just dropping the ball and giving shit to people. I'm not dropping the ball.
Did you step up and do it, or did you have one of your interns
No, I put it on Twitter. I don't have interns for that. I mean,
we're doing this one promo. I forget what it's called, but where people print out these Finney pack sale things, and they're like that's posting it all over the world. That was my idea. Put up in the Uplift. Yeah, that was awesome. That was a great idea.
I like this one though. Where's that? That's in Europe, it looks like.
I think like Portugal. I don't know. They're all over the world. I get confused. Awesome. Ricardo, I don't know if he's listening, but he's posted about 10 of them.
That's good.
This, I think we'll just I don't know why I'm obsessed with gingers.
Something it kind of scares me now that I've been away for a couple weeks.
Just something about their beady eyes stare into your soul. I think this is great. Reese at work. He's planning a heist. His hair defies gravity. Anyways, and lastly, one of my favorite things of all time is this. that someone was standing out there. Can you see what it says? Get ready for Finney. Get ready, Finney 2.0 is coming. But someone in our community right now is standing out in Romania or wherever this is, and they're holding a box up that says, get ready, Finney 2.0 is coming.
Nice. I like it.
What are you going to do for this this contest? Can we get you out on the street somewhere?
I mean, I don't have a printer.
Holding a box? You can hold a box. You can just hold a box.
I mean, that's kind of what we did for the contest. Was we put it up inside of Uplifter's tower and then just showed the shit out of it, because that's kind of our home. Yeah, I don't know.
Did I put one up in Boise? Yeah. You couldn't see it, though, because of all the smoke.
That's the worst. That's the worst cop out ever, and I don't even work for the company.
Dude, man, let me enjoy. Burst, let me enjoy my vacation, please.
No, Burst, thank you for calling him out. Like,
yeah, get a run down to the local Kinko's and print out stuff. Hey, I did participate in the Common Man competition. Do you know what that one was? The Stay Common?
I don't know what that one is.
Okay, so B-Dub had this idea. It was around the Cool Keith collab thing. He had this idea to have this Common Man competition. What do you think? Let me start there. What do you think a Common Man competition would entail?
My perspective is jaded, because here it would entail like somebody putting on a shirt and tie and basically sludging to work, like, in 90-degree heat, like sweating their balls off going into a job that they hate. So that doesn't sound very exciting to me. Yeah, I like completely jaded. I don't know, like maybe like stateside in the US or in Canada, the Common Man would be, work hard, spend time, with your family.
Yeah. Okay. So the competition was to post pictures of you at your most common. And at first I didn't get it. Okay. At first, not gonna lie, Kenny and I were like, what is this? Like who's gonna get this? But then once I actually like had this idea to participate in it, then I got it. Then I liked it. So one of my favorites, I know they did the let me share my screen. Let me see if this works. Can you see that full screen or no?
No. I can see the full screen, but I can't see
the thing doesn't pop up. God damn it.
That's what she said?
That's what she said. The image doesn't pop up. Let me try this again.
Right? Yeah, you skipped potatoes. You lost your eliteness. I went to A&W for the first time in like over 2 decades, probably. They have one in Okinawa, and I was like, wow, I haven't been to A&W forever.
Is that like the makers of the root beer?
Yeah. I had some root beer and also, some, and it was cool. Like actually downtown, the town I was in here in Okinawa, they had an A&W, but not only did they have an A&W, they had a working A&W drive-in, right? Like people were driving their cars into the A&W, like old school, like 60s, 70s American style, parking the car, and ordering the burgers and have like, the waitress with the full-on mask bring their burgers and fries out to their car. It was pretty sweet, actually. So, I mean, that would be the Common Man of the 70s.
Here, I got this working now. I'll give you a little sneak peek of some of the Common Man entries. I like the shows. We need to have a contest. Like we got to do the show where we went through some. Oh God, I forget what competition it was. It was like the Finney artwork competition, but it's a fun stream to do when you get to judge it and go through all the different ones and make comments. And I would have liked to have had you on that one. but you were worried about your internet.
When was this?
Would you like to? It was like a couple weeks ago. Would you like to be a guest judge? We did it on the Hollywood show, and we went through
I
all
remember
these
that,
Finney art competitions. I think you like tuned in for like half a second.
No, I wasn't worried about my internet. I think that was the week that, like, legitimately, I couldn't even do the roundtable that week. Like, I got booted out of that. Corey basically had to do it himself, which was nuts because, you know,
Yeah.
that was like the Blockchain Canadians one, the one that I was like
Poor
super
Corey.
excited about. It was like, no,
Okay.
but I was super excited about the Blockchain Canadians roundtable. It's like I didn't even get to participate. I'm like, I was extradited from my own country, basically.
So here's the common man competition.
What is happening?
He's just being common. This is this guy. I don't know who this guy is, but I love this guy. And this is him at his most common. I think he escaped from the shift jail.
What is I like it, but I really
Here
don't
I am at my most common, eating an egg sandwich on the couch in house slippers.
Egg sandwich on the couch in house. I never would have pictured that.
Here someone is at their most common at a construction job.
I like it. I like it. I'm not sure what I would. That's rough.
Here this guy is at his most common, dying of COVID. Delta. Yeah, but there's all sorts of stuff like this, just people at their most common. So like you at your most common would just be a screenshot
of me being here.
Right there.
Right. Yeah, right. In the dark.
In the dark, bags under the eyes, drinking that Sochi, Scotchy, whatever you call it. What's it called?
I don't know, but if I ever create my own alcohol, I'm going to call it Sochi Scotchy.
Sochi Scotchy. And you could get there's the artist Stochi to do a swinging Jimmy label of sorts. He does like weird like vagina art and like anus, vagina, penis art. Have you seen that stuff?
I know, maybe I haven't. But I'm kind of curious now.
I think it's burst.
I'm kind of curious now as if this is why the lady next to you was freaked out, not because of the HBO nudity on your screen, but because you were telling her about Stochi.
Yeah, let me pull up his stuff because I do like it.
Yeah, you totally got to talk. I mean, I don't know about Stochi. I do know about Stochi. Wait a minute, I do know. Actually, I 100% do know. The last time I was on a stream with Burst, he introduced me to Stochi, and I went and I picked some up.
Yeah, how do you spell Stochi?
Stocci. I do know that.
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
I did pick up a little bit. I forgot that was the name though. I was.
Well, let's pull some up.
Morton, I mean, if it does, I'm totally gonna buy it. We had a good Nasty Hooks maple glazed goodness stream today, and we opened with would you prefer to have 3 or 5 nipples and why? So that's where Morton's coming with the Stochi and 5 nipples. I like the I like some of this stuff a lot actually. It's really
like what are we looking at there?
I mean, I don't know, but I mean, it could be. It depends on which way I squint, and it could come out in multiple ways.
Would you like to touch some of this art?
It would really depend on what it was made out of. I'm kind of a texture type of person, if I'm honest about it. Like, especially with food, some textures freak me out.
Hey, now, is this even allowed on YouTube?
I think we're okay. I mean,
okay.
It's art, so I mean, it's just a pink blob that happens to be moving. I mean, it looks like a hippopotamus walking down the street to me that just had babies. I think that's okay.
Yeah, I love this stuff. But I think we could do like some sort of swinging Jimmy Stochi, where it's like your mouth and a butthole against it, and some sort of swinging Jimmy in the back.
What's with you and me and buttholes? I'm not really
I
sure.
don't know. I don't know. I'm telling you, it's that the damn HBO show yesterday. Watching porn on a plane. Yeah.
I'm gonna probably start breaking up very soon.
Okay. Well, let's do.
Why don't we do a giveaway? And I also want you to give a rundown of the drop. What's happening tomorrow? How are people going to participate?
It's not tomorrow, Jimmy.
Today.
Stop throwing people off. Stop throwing people off. Here. This is what we're gonna do. I'll post the link one more time, and give people like 2 minutes to get their thing in if they haven't already, and then we'll give away a Finney. And I'll tell you about the drop. So 6 p.m. Eastern today. It's going down. A lot of work's gone into this. Shout out to Facings for putting their hearts into this, and Kenny and I put our hearts into this. I think the drop, I think what makes it collectible isn't just the artwork, it's really the story that's tied to the artwork. So with each card, there's a chapter of the story that you can read right there. And there's going to be some surprises, okay, which I'm not going to talk about. So they remain surprises. But I think if anyone sees the artwork like on the Atomic Marketplace and they click it, and then they see the story and they read a little bit of it, they're going to want to collect the full story, or they're going to be intrigued at least by reading the story and seeing the artwork. It's different. Some of the rarities, like the frequency that Baka did, they're out there, like they're out of left field. They remind me of techno, which I love. It's a very, very unique pack drop. I don't think there's really much out there like that. I know there's comics. I know Ultra Comics just did theirs. I know Metaforce, they have their comic, but this is they're all unique of each other, right? So yeah, I always like to let people know that a ton of work went into this. I don't think people realize what goes into
I love the art personally. Like I think it's cool, and I like the design, and I definitely want to collect them all. I mean, I've been looking forward to this for a while. So
yeah, and Burst asked me on his stream if I was going to be ripping packs, and for some reason, like I told him, it makes me feel like dirty, like putting my hands on my own NFTs, but but that's what I'm concerned too. Like once I rip a couple packs, right, then I'm gonna want the whole damn collection too, right? I'm gonna want every chapter. So then I'm gonna end up being sucked in, whatever. But then again, the type of person I am, if I were to get one of the one of the mythics or something like that, I would give it away. It just doesn't feel right for me to hold on to something awesome that I've created. I'd much rather give things away. There's Schwartz, Baka, bro, crack some packs. I'm telling you, the rhodium, like the mythic, the one of ones, the rhodium. You probably haven't seen them, Jimmy.
No, I have. I think I saw one that was. I think I saw one in the Telegram channel.
And if you stare at it long enough, you'll start drooling. But when I look at it, I hear techno, like I hear underground techno. Boom. Nice. It puts me in there, and that's a good place for me. And what I wasn't sure at first when we first were messing around. When we're first messing around with those rarities and seeing them, they don't like they don't match the rest of the pack, Which at first I was like, huh, but then I'm thinking like, look, if you have your collection and you have one of those, like it is gonna pop out of the screen. It's like nothing else. And then it really grew on me. And now I love it. And I think it's super unique and there's nothing quite like it. And that's part of the thing that makes it cool. And it does some subliminal stuff to your brain. So
Nice.
definitely hope people get a chance at landing at least a platinum, or gold, or if you hit it big, the mythic. Let me close
So
I'm going to close the forum in 3, 2, 1.
I know, like I haven't really,
Boom.
I know that like I've set my alarm already for when the drop's supposed to happen. What's the pricing on it? Because I haven't actually dived in. I know I took out enough to participate, but I don't know.
I might as well just do this really quick. Pull up the Atomic Hub. Let me share my screen. We'll just go over it really quick so people can get a feel.
Just go over it really quick so people can get a feel on that nice
cop a feel. They can cop a feel of the drop here. on
that nice textured vulva Stochi art that we've got sitting on the desk in front of you.
Okay, so boom, there it is. How do you like that banner?
Yeah, it's good. I like it. I'm a big fan.
Stands out, right? Yeah,
it does.
Okay, so you click that. So there's the price for the smaller pack. It's $10. For the larger pack, it's $40. The price per card's the same, but the probabilities are skewed towards the larger pack. Also, there's a chance, even though like the small pack is 5 cards, there's a chance with the special rolls that you could technically open one of these and there might be 8 cards.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. So a lot of people, I think with these, there's like overall, there's like a 30% probability that you will pull something extra when you rip the pack. Whereas with the larger pack, it's like 66% or somewhere around there. If you go and there's multiple covers, which you get if you go over here.
How many like, so of one rarity, how many cards make up a full set? Does that make sense? That question?
21.
Okay. Sweet.
And so we're going to be rewarding, if you collect 21, like the full, the full story across a certain rarity, you will be rewarded with something. And the idea is that, maybe the lower rarities, like the common, uncommon, if you collect the full set, you'll get rewarded for that. And then what we want to do, like, let's say with the legendary, where there's 21 of each card, if you were to collect a full set of that, you're going to get something out of something crazy. All right. And I don't want to talk too much on that because we're going to keep some surprises. Lars is a big fan of inks. He's like, I think the real comic fans, they appreciate the inks, the black and white. Eduardo crushed it on these time lapse.
Yeah, the time lapse.
You notice it goes like pencil ink.
Yeah, I like
color.
Really cool.
Yeah, and then there's the narrated versions, where you kind of get a taste of the story. But really, there's a lot of it's unlike a comic in that there's like a full chapter for each card, right? Like it really is a story. And there's
those are on the back, right?
Yeah. So each card is going to have the front of the card, and then it has about 2 more cards with the story, and then there's a back of the card. And I don't know, it's probably not looking as crisp and as fast on the on the preview I have up there. But go check out cardsfinney.world and check these out and look at the frequencies, because I don't think my screen share is doing it justice, especially the dark rhodium, which has a lot going on. But yeah, and then again, like I said, there's a few surprises, a few unexpected surprise. Well, I guess all surprises are unexpected, right? Yeah. But anyways, that's that. Let's have a 10-second duck race before your internet dies. What are you invoicing for all your mobile internet? Jimmy? We lost him. Oh no. We lost him. Jimmy's gone. Well, we can just keep his pretty face up there. Let me share my screen. Oh, Jimmy, you're back.
Yeah, sorry, it might cut out starting now. So we could get really glitchy from now.
Well, like we're gonna
ran out. Let's do a duck race and then we'll call it a day, because I need to get some rest so that I can get up after my power nap to get some Finney. I don't want to mess people up again. Sorry.
All right. Done. Let's do 21 seconds.
I mean,
no, well, there's 21 cards in the well, there's more cards, but there's like 21 chapters. Here we go. Are you ready? Get set. Go. And they're off.
Oh.
Ducks are looking a little slow today.
I'm liking the bee duck.
Someone's overfeeding the ducks.
Oh, the penguin duck, the panda duck.
Ooh, ginger. No way. JWib 4. Who is that?
I'm still like halfway through the race. My
JWib 4, are you there? JWib 4, are you there?
Calling all JWibs.
JWib, are you there?
What's JWib?
Okay, he's there. He's there. Sizgen.
Nice.
Congrats. And let's burn this coin and see what you get. Could it be the ginger? Could it be the ginger Finney everyone's been waiting on? Uh-oh. Atomic tripping out. Probably because so many people are clicking on our ad. Let's try it again.
I can't tell what's tripping out because like my screen's dead.
It's just forever loading. All right, says Jen. I guess you're out of luck today, buddy.
You got to burn your own coin, god damn it.
Yeah, no. Well, let's try this one more time. Is anyone else having issues with Atomic right now? I'm gonna try a different browser. See on well, I don't think it's gonna load.
Yeah, it's looking pretty. I mean, I'm not going to try mine because it's going to crash the whole network. So
dead. Atomic's dead. The atomic rug pull. All your NFTs are gone.
Imagine that the day that Finney drops.
Yeah, loading forever. Well, says Jen, we'll We'll have to burn it. I think it's the only coin in my inventory. So when this comes back up, let me put your wax address down so I don't. Well, that sucks. I mean, that sort of takes the fun out of the stream, doesn't it? Takes the air out of our sails, Jimmy. So
Right.
when are you gonna be back?
I'll be back the second week of September.
Second week of September, August 20th. Wow, man. Living the life. Are you just chilling every day out by the beach? What are you doing?
Yeah, so obviously I'm on vacation from my real world job. But that's no different. So I try to spend like 50% less time actually working in front of the computer, which is nice. But I still, try to work and do my stuff that I have to do. But it's nice. I'm kind of here. I'm hanging out. You can see nothing. But there's some cool stuff. Like there's an island over here with three runways and kind of cool history, and I don't really pay that much attention, but yeah, mostly just chilling.
Have you been to any pool bars?
No, we haven't actually stayed in a hotel. We've stayed in like some condo type of stuff. We stayed in a hotel. I guess we stayed in a resort the first 2 or 3 nights, but because of COVID, like everything was closed. So you can't you can't even get alcohol in restaurants right now.
Really?
Yeah, because it's still shut down, which I don't mind, because I mean the whole point of me coming here was to see if I want to live here. So like I kind of like the fact that like it's summer, so it's usually really busy, so it's less busy because things aren't open. But I want to do a few touristy things, but for the most part, it's more about me seeing do we want to live here? Do we want to hang out for a year or so?
Yeah, that's nice.
So, and there's like no beds here, so we're kind of trying to be a little bit careful. No beds in the hospitals if you get sick. So we're kind of trying to be a little bit careful.
Well, get healthy then, Jimmy.
No,
come on. You should be running down the beach. You should be.
No. I mean, the reason that there's no beds here is because there's so many COVID cases.
No, I get it. But your best defense is to get healthy, not stay up late drinking Sochi.
Well, I've been going to bed earlier.
Okay.
But that's actually it's less like, so after there's a holiday here called Obon, which is about right now. It'll be finished in 2 or 3 weeks, but a lot of Japanese people, they don't swim in the ocean after Obon, because that's when the jellyfish start to appear.
Okay.
So we have to be a little bit more careful from next week, because my wife actually got stung by a jellyfish a few years ago. She's still got 3 lacerations on her arm.
Oh wow!
Kind of wrapped around her.
Yeah. Did you pee on it?
No, I didn't actually.
Man, that's you got to do it. When I was I want to say 5th grade, like maybe 12 years old, went out on a buddy's boat. We were docked and we were jumping off we met up with another boat. We were like kind of jumping off and swimming between the two. And there was like a raft tied onto the back of one of the boats that we'd swim out to. And I got destroyed by a jellyfish. Both my buddy and he started like screaming, and I was like, oh shit. And I start swimming back and we got destroyed. And ever since then, I have not loved swimming in the open ocean. Right. Yeah. By the beach, whatever, Miami Beach, there's so many people, whatever, it's water's warm, shallow, but just out in the open ocean, I'm not really a fan. Not really. I remember once in Bimini, there's a shipwreck, and everyone's swimming out to the shipwreck and climbing up. It was I guess it had wrecked on coral or something, and it's sort of tilted, and people are jumping off the top and swimming back, and I'm on the boat just I'll watch. And I remember one of the guys coming back, this little aggressive little shark. I mean, it wasn't, it was like 3 feet, but it was kept coming up at him, and he's like kicking it with the flipper, trying to get away. But like, I don't need any of that in my life,
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I used to paddleboard, stand up paddleboard, and surf a little bit in Waikiki, and I was doing that for a few months before I realized that there's actually like 3 resident tiger sharks that live like just beyond the reef. And like, I'm like, what the hell? Nobody told me about that. They're like, oh, they've been there for years. They don't bother anyone. I'm like, it kind of freaks me out because
they're well fed.
Well, and on the North Shore, they do these like tiger feeding, like, I don't know what they're called. Shark feeding things where they, put you in a cage and stuff. That's really bad because it associates people with food and stuff. But I mean, for the most part, I'm okay. Like the monkeys on the Japanese mainland, they scare the hell out of me because they're freaking vicious. Like they go nuts. But like here, I like to walk around a lot. So like here, a lot of times I'll go for a walk like after dark, just to clear my head. And like the last place that we stayed at, we had to walk through this forest, and it's just like, now I feel like a pussy because like I've got my phone out with like my torch like on the phone on so that I can see where I'm walking. And I never do that ever before, but like there's like the island is like overrun with like pit vipers and shit. They come out at night, and I'm like, the last thing I want to do is like step on a pit viper, like that's not gonna go over very well, especially considering my internet is shit. So it's like, try to call 911 and like overrun hospitals of COVID, and they can't come find me because I can't speak the language and I don't know which bush to tell them I'm locked up in. But yeah, that's I mean, I'll have some stories to tell when I come visit you because, like, I like being outside and in nature, but you're probably going to look at me and just be like, "What's this guy on?" Like, I mean, like, because I'm going to be freaked out about the alligators there for sure.
My wife that's her fears, like alligators, like one's gonna jump out of a canal and like snatch a kid, and
Right.
it has happened.
It happens,
but the alligators don't scare me at all because so there's this trail that goes through the Everglades, this bike trail. I don't know if it's like a 15-mile loop, something like that. It's called Shark Valley, surprisingly, but there's alligators, and they're just like in the middle of the bike trail, just like chilling. They don't really move, and you're a couple feet away from them, and they're just like out there. I think though, like, if you're in a canal or there's lakes where there's alligators, and your little 2-year-old is like, like half submerged in the water at the end of the lake, they could come up and get him. But what's the risk, really? How often does this happen? Probably like once every like 10 years, someone gets snatched out of a Florida baby gets snatched. So it's not really something you need to fear. Sharks. Also, the thing why alligators don't bother me, maybe in the water, if you were like swimming in the water, I'd be a little more freaked out if I knew alligators were in there. But when you see them, like when you're on your feet, right, and you see one in the distance, you can like, you can avoid it. Whereas if you're out in the open ocean, you can't even see like what's coming up behind you. And that's the thing for me. Like when I got stung by those jellyfish, I didn't see that they were everywhere, and just kind of tentacles just got like wrapped around me. But alligator, I've walked by so many that you lose your fear. But my wife, on the other hand, she'll swim in the open ocean, no fear of that. But the alligator, any talk of alligator, and she's freaked out. Because she probably read a story about that kid getting eaten at Disney World.
Yeah. I'll leave you with this because this was a fun one for me. There's an island.
Hold on, Atomic's back, so we'll leave them with a burn.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So there's an island in the South Pacific called Palau. It used to be a part of America, but it's not anymore. And they actually have a lake that's been cut off from the ocean for like a few thousand years. And the jellyfish that got trapped in the lake, over time, evolution had them lose their sting. So you can actually go swimming in this lake with all of these jellyfish that aren't poisonous. And they're just like floating around and like boom, boom, bouncing off your head and like knocking off your body. It's really kind of a surreal like experience. It's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, it was pretty fun to do that. But again, like, you know, they have no sting, but you didn't want to believe it, really, right?
Right.
So, all right, what do you got? Refresh the screen.
Okay. What do we get here? It's an iridium.
Oh, nice.
Ah, nice.
It's not a pleb. That's good.
Not a pleb. He's got a beanie. Burst, I learned, is not a fan of the beanie. Kenny is a big fan of the beanie. I'm sort of down the middle with the beanie. I don't know.
Wish I could rock a beanie, but I just can't.
You could rock a beanie. No, you can't.
No, I totally can't.
Who is the type of person that can rock a beanie?
Corey could rock a beanie.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Corey could rock a beanie.
I don't know.
I don't
know if Corey's grown out his beard or something.
Yeah,
maybe.
His is getting longer and mine's getting
but
short.
I don't know. Has Corey put on some weight?
He could have. I mean, I have. So
I can't tell. It looked. Corey may have put on a little weight, but it could just be the beard, right?
It could be, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to know. Yeah, I can't picture Corey with a beanie. I don't know who I can picture with a beanie. Anyways,
that's tough.
Congratulations to Sezgin on your beanie. Nice mustache. Could you rock a mustache, Jimmy?
I've tried, like, for, you know, as long as it took me to shave it off after I shaved the rest of my beard off, and the answer to that is a definitive no.
Okay. I think I could rock a mustache.
I can't really rock any facial hair that is projected as being cool. I can rock a full beard. I can rock no beard with like big chops on the side, but like I can't rock like the goatee like you got with the little soul patch. Like it just looks bad on me. Yeah.
All right, Jimmy, you got any parting words to this to our lovely Edge community that tunes in for this is one of our shortest shows ever.
Yeah, it might be the shortest show ever. But thanks for being patient and having us back, because like it's fun. I actually you said this on our stream last week that you were on to introduce Finney. But yeah, I've missed you, Sean. It's been good.
Yeah, I missed you too.
Go on over to YoshiDrops. There's a free one over there, even if you don't want to buy it. But listen to Leia's music. There's a free one that you can pick up. And I guess about 6 hours now. Get up in the morning or from your afternoon nap and sign into. I'm really messing people up here because this is my thing. Like I'm going to bed like right now because I got to get up. I'm paranoid that this is going to sell out and I'm not going to get any. So I'm actually setting my alarm for this. Get some Finneys because it's going to be fun.
Get yourself some. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward. I'm going to go Friday dinner at my parents and I'm going to smoke a cigar and I'm going to have a really good glass of scotch, maybe some Japanese single malt of sorts. And I'm just going to enjoy and reflect on all the work we put into this and get on Telegram. I told my wife, I'm like, I'm going to be a little occupied. I just spent a week with the kids like nonstop. It was awesome. Great memories, but I'm going to try to enjoy the moment because I know, Rob, Lars, Adam, and Drew, everyone at Facings, Kenny and I, and our community have put in a lot to build this and promote this. So I'm going to try to enjoy it. I hope everyone else enjoys it also.
Yeah, it's a little bit late, but like we'll be back next week. Hopefully, I'll have good internet. So next week on the Edge, like maybe we can do like an after the drop special and dive in and check out some of the drops and the cards, and yeah, it'll be fun.
We can shift our focus to 2.0. No, we should go through the story and talk about it.
I like it. Yeah, let's do that. I'm excited.
All right. Later, guys and girls, and Morton.